Alright, so we ended part 5 at our work partners, basically family dinner with his daughter and his son. And we did not like anything, evidently, that was offered to us to consume. So... bottoms up. You kidding me? This is like powdered milk. Okay, so absolutely nothing is good. What is this? It's a soybean and seaweed stew. Packed with calcium. Let's see how it goes this time. Nope, I was right, just awful. Okay, I mean, do we talk? Maybe? Ed, what is it? Ask about the investigation. What do you think, everything that's happened? Well, we haven't really got any physical evidence or leads, but I'm with you, the whole thing stinks. Takagawa Pharmaceuticals is hiding something. Said you always have to eat this stuff? Ever since Catherine died. Sweet Jesus. Oh, nothing. Got a wonderful family, Ed. They're what keeps me going. I only wish Mark would. Jeez. He will. Time will take care of everything. I hope so. Something tells me he's already dead. That's the feeling I get. Yeah. That guy followed Lorraine all the way to home. She must have known something. They wanted to shut her up. Those capsules were obviously worth killing for, but why? Can't you forget about work at the dinner table, Dad? You think they'd go after Karen? Doesn't look like she knows anything. She's probably safe. As long as she doesn't do anything to arouse any suspicion. Looks like this thing goes way beyond Takagawa Pharmaceuticals. Takagawa himself has to be involved too. Oh, he's definitely involved. This ain't gonna be easy going up against the group like this. We have to think about how we're gonna handle this. All that talking will give you indigestion. Oh, so she's... Dad work can wait, can it? Okay, so this is her closing out the conversation threads. Who knows what happened, but Hojo must have gotten in their way somehow. Must be busy with 2 kids, yeah? You powdered milk. Fair enough. I really do owe you an apology, Ed. Got you into this without knowing your situation. That wasn't right. It's okay, it's time I turn things around anyway. Said all those things without knowing everything that happened to you. No, you're absolutely right. I'd become too servile. Okay, so that's just repeat. Okay. This is just delicious, honestly. I'm sure you can eat more than that, can't you? proceed. What is our next move? Watch and wait for their next move. I suppose that makes sense. Right, exactly what I can't stand. You ain't got a choice, you're not an OLA. How to get away from this first. They'll make a move sooner or later. That's you done talking, hurry up and get eating. She's right, Ed. You should have some more. Oh, really? Quite the little artist, Mark. If you ever come to home, we'll sketch some mountains. I like to draw too. Maybe I can draw something for you sometime. I think Mark likes you, Jonathan. Normally you won't eat with strangers. Yeah? Wonder why. It's probably your cigarette. Mark has a thing about cigarettes. Yeah, you see people with them all the time in old movies. That's right, I hear you're a movie buff. He thinks they're cool. Bet you're the first person he's seen with one in real life. You got good taste, Mark. Your like for people smoking is real good taste. Hey Anna, how's the Unohana? Got yourself a special someone? She better not. Dad. Funny you should mention that, Jonathan. Don't even think about it. You have a job, Anna? I used to be a guide at the Astronauts Memorial Museum until last month. Majoring in space history before, so it was a good experience for me. I think I'm ready for a relationship, a real relationship. Somebody older, more mature. What are you talking about? You're still a kid. Now she's a woman, alright, and quite a woman at that. Jesus. Ugh. Alright, let's not ask about her anymore. Do you always do the cooking? Yeah, I love to cook, but I'm beyond nutritional balance is more important than taste. Especially when it comes to calcium. Takagawa put up recipes on Beyond Net every day. It's not that hard with those around. Damn you, Sadaiko. One more grievance to the list. I won't let you leave until you eat some more. Bad news. Okay. Do you like school, Anna? What's your major? How you do any sports? Yeah, it's great. I go to UCBC. My major is bioethics. Okay. As for sports, I do 0G rhythmic gymnastics. Plenty of friends, all girls, though. Makes her own lunches. Since you know so much about space history, you mind if I pick your brain? How about a story related to food? It said the first person to use chopsticks in space was astronaut Onizuka, who later died in the Challenger disaster. The interesting thing is he didn't use them to eat Japanese food. First people to eat solid food in space were astronauts, young and Grissom. Aboard Gemini 3, they smuggled sandwiches aboard. How do you like my cooking? Not bad for someone my age. This would be considered space food to someone from home. How do I like it? The space food we ate back then was way better than this. Not bad for someone my age. Okay. How does calcium fit in with your diet here? What's important isn't so much the amount of calcium, but the balance between the calcium and the phosphorus. Interesting. If there's too much phosphorus, your body won't be able to absorb the calcium. Taste takes a back seat, huh? Can't say I subscribe to that philosophy. Do 0G rhythmic gymnastics, so I always try to make sure I get enough calcium. Well, blacks have naturally higher calcitonin levels anyway, so it's not as bad for me. What? Okay. It's the coolest sport around. There's friction between the Zero-G Gymnastics Association and Beyond's Board of Education over the calcium loss issue, though. Its critics say it isn't good for kids since we're still growing. I saw your poster. Don't worry, that thing's gonna take off like you won't believe. It's even better than mud wrestling. There's only one stadium on Beyond. It would be nice if we had some more. With all the advances in science over the years, like organ transplantation and genetic modification, we've entered territory some say is reserved for God. We study other issues as well, like artificial fertilization, surrogate mothers, cloning, and the relationships between persistent vegetative states, and organ transplantation. Huh. It's a field that's gained a lot of attention since the turn of the century. Some of the food we're eating right now actually violates principles of bioethics. Ooh. Thinking I'm ready for a relationship. Okay. I think that's enough talk for now. Go ahead and eat as much as you want. Have some more, Jonathan. Sorry, it's a little cold. Yeah, eat up. You're still a growing boy, Ed. Ooh, we're getting a call. It's action time. May I ask who's calling? Yes, Yes, that's right. Dad, it's for you. Uh-oh, we got some action. It's about those capsules, the capsules. This is Ed Brown. Who is this? What doesn't matter? I have information for you. This is the dude that was in Vice or whatever it was, the captain's thing. The dude that was on the plane. You're looking for Kenzo Hojo, am I right? How do you know that? What difference does it make? Are you coming or not? Yeah, we'll be there. I promise it'll be worth it. Be waiting at Pioneer. Pioneer, you'll know when you get there. Call me 9 stars. Something's moving now, boy. We got an informant. I figured we might, so where to? Astronauts Memorial Museum. That's where Anna worked. Finish eating first. You have to leave right now. Thanks, Anna. That was delicious. But Jonathan, fine, be that way. Looking forward to more pictures, Mark. Let's go! Any idea who it is? Should know soon. Something about the voice definitely was familiar. Poor Anna. It's an adventure, a horrible, horrible adventure. Still beats your cooking. You plan on staying single? I got enough problems as it is. Poor Ed. Astronauts Memorial Museum. Kind of crowded for something like this. But I thought he'd be safer. More people since it's the weekend too. Think we can trust him. Never know, just standing here. Let's get to the place. Just don't forget why we're here. This ain't a field trip. Got it? Lobby, also known as Coral Hall. Look at that huge coral. Actual coral reef fossil from home. Means a large amount of CO2 absorbed from home's atmosphere, among other things. Here is a symbol of the Celeste. A miracle of nature we can never replicate. They went to a lot of trouble bringing it all the way home from home like this. This guy looks like... The guy there keeps looking around. Maybe he's waiting for someone. His girlfriend, maybe? I bet a number of people come on dates here. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, nothing. I doubt he's the informant. What about this guy? That boy looks like he'd be in middle school? He's looking at that plate. Couldn't be the informant. Young girl looking for something. Couldn't be the informant. Must be at least 80 or so. He looks really interested in everything. Maybe being here's brought back some old memories. An emotional place for terrestrials. He doesn't seem like the informant. Kid looks like he's asking. Can't picture him being the informant. Let's go to the moon corner. Deals with the moon with its main focus, the Apollo program. Lunar EVA suit used during the Apollo program. Space corner. Inside the case they have on display some messages, suppose you call them, that were sent into space to any extraterrestrials that might be out there. Loosely related to the SETI program the US conducted for a while. It would attach them to probes that were being sent out to space. They have the metal plaque that was on the Pioneer probes and the gramophone record that was on the Voyager probes. Okay. Doesn't look like anybody's around. This corner focuses on... It's us. Heroes around this place. Living legend at my age. Come on, we contributed to space in our own little way. Brings a tear to your eye, huh? A little? Give Given every piece of data they had on us, body measurements, hair samples, everything. They knew us better than we knew ourselves. I remember them going over our bodies with a fine-tooth comb when we applied for the Policenauts. I heard they're gonna replace these with animatronic robots soon. They're gonna have us moving around like idiots. Using hydraulics and air pressure, yeah. And we'll even talk. It's the same Japanese company that made those animatronic dinosaurs is gonna make them. You know the ones I mean, right? Who'll decide how we move? They've already got all the necessary data. They're working with the ISPA on them. They'll end up being some live action show almost indistinguishable from the real us. Huh, okay. Replica of the Yuri, the forerunner to the modern EMPS. Emphasis on mechanical work outside the colony, so its armor's thin and it's only lightly equipped. Totally different setup from today. Successor to NASA's MMU. It's kind of hard to imagine, I guess. Still better than the suits at the moon corner, though. Yeah, fair. Can't really compare to this to the old lunar suits. Nearly sent me on a one-way trip to nowhere. Yeah. Diagram shows you where Beyond's located. In an orbit around L5. Oh, so it's not the moon. It's another. Is this just a space station? Or to do with the makers themselves? Takegawa Construction currently have a monopoly on oh, jeez. O'Neill was America and Europe. Played favorites squeezed out the O'Neill. More or less. Really gone for the hard sell. Plus, like I said, we have since discovered flaws with large-scale O'Neill. Beyond's living proof of them. Takegawa conveniently have an answer for that. Guys who built this place aren't going to just sit back and do it. Colony construction is one of the most lucrative markets there is. Not that simple. While they may have built Beyond themselves, the materials came from Takegawa, every last piece. Can't build a colony without Takegawa. Dang. Exactly. Lately, they've even started calling the tourist type the Takegawa type. Diagram showing Beyond's position. Back to Coral Hall. Looks like a college student. He's studying that capsule there. Thought that was a police officer. That's Project Mercury's Friendship 7, which carried the first American into orbit around home. Astronaut Glenn's mission lasted 4 hours, 55 minutes, taking him around home 3 times. Okay. This is in pretty good shape for something that old. It's only a replica. The real one was burned to a crisp when it re-entered the atmosphere. Makes sense. Doesn't look like he's the informant. Did we click on everybody? School kids working part-time. What about guide girl working reception? Oh, there we go. Approach. Hello, lady. How can I help you? Ask about... Is Is it Pioneer? We don't have Pioneers 1 through 9 or 11. Okay, just 10. Where is Pioneer 10? Space Corner. I've already been to the Space Corner. Did we miss it? Divided into 3 main corners beyond Moon and Space. Here at AMM, you'll find a thorough retracing of space exploration and development. From their beginnings to the present day, the theme of our exhibition is Beyond, Gateway to the Stars. Okay. Must be tough being on your feet for so long. It is. We do get a break every 2 hours, but still. You are right. My legs are getting sore again. All the demands they put on you. Anna always talked about how tough this job was. What time do you finish? The museum closes at 7. When do you finish? Oh, so that's what you were thinking. You're trying to hit on a guide at a museum? Okay. Back. That'll be all. Don't see anybody new. Just us out here in those days. Were you an astronaut? I stopped using astronaut in official lingo not long after the turn of the century. I was a mission controller. See that model? I worked with the real thing. This really takes me back, you know. Let's leave him be. Okay. Look like they're having fun. Don't think either of them would be the informant. Lost. Okay. I think the space corners. What is this? Descent module recovered and brought back to home, but the descent module is still out there. Saturn rocket outside is the same as the ones that launched the Apollo missions. That Surveyor, the lunar probe that was used to scout for landing sites for the Apollo mission. Surveyor 1 got there several years before the first humans arrived. Program ended with Surveyor 7 8 months before the first manned mission. Interesting. Apollo Lunar Surface Experiments package that was deployed on the moon by Apollos 12, 14, 15, 16, and 17. LSEP device sensitive to lunar surface movement. Seismometer, basically. Okay. Stores that fix up this kind of old equipment and sell it. Even got our autographs on it. Monument to the Policenauts. There's a plate with our autographs. Okay. And this is the Yuri survival ball. Complete with cold sleep module. Real ones are slightly bigger. Spent 25 years inside one of these. I can't stand being out there. Kept you alive all that time. It's pretty impressive. Cold sleep was still one big experiment. When they thawed me out, I was like an old man. Very little muscle atrophy occurs today. Couldn't walk for over a year. Holy shit. Mansos came from studying bears. Bears. Human muscle tissue just starts to atrophy. The bears, they maintain their muscle for over half a year. True. Bears would make better astronauts. Huh. Yeah, now he's my boss. Did an amazing job with these, it's scary. Salvatore looks a little big for some reason. Smaller than he actually is. Ended up better off than us, at least he's got a decent job. It's slightly better looking. Look at how they got me smiling. I never smile like this, goddammit. Minor details aside, they did a good job on these. Okay. I don't know, I mean... Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. Alright, checking outside. Did say to meet him at Pioneer. What does that mean? Okay, so... Mir Space Station. Produced the record for the longest stay in space. How's the first Japanese? How could you forget it? Later, abandoned after the fall. Bought by a Japanese company. Takigawa later bought. Still in orbit around home. Set up as a space museum now. Back then you couldn't turn on the news without hearing about it. Japanese businesses buying up Russian space technology. That's how Japan got to where it is today, out here. The almighty end, they were the first to really open up space for business. Okay. When you think about it, planting a national flag in space like that does seem pretty ridiculous, even if it was smack in the middle of the space race. Back when America was still a superpower, she needed a way of flexing her muscle. Space was dominated by a handful of countries in those days. And now business dominates it. Well, I don't know. It's a replica of Galileo spacecraft. I remember watching it when I was a kid. So this is the Pioneer the informant was talking about. Where is he? You know that case with the SETI stuff in it? There's a plaque the same as the one carried on Pioneer 10 and 11 inside. Maybe there's some kind of message from him. Talking about this. Thought it wanted me to look at this. But I guess not. Was it this then? The Rocket Garden as well. What are these rockets? It's all played a part in space exploration. Some are the real thing, but most are just replicas. Reminds me of somewhere home from home. The Rocket Garden at Kennedy Space Center. A few of those even came from there, I believe. That's Space Shuttle Discovery. Okay. Also known as Orbiter Vehicle 103. It flew more missions than any other shuttle. It also carried the first Japanese mission specialist into space. Huh. Europe's Ariane 1. Must freak out. What's that one there? That's right, I remember. The Chinese FB-1. Russian Soyuz played a huge part in space exploration. Owe a lot to it. Launched all of Russia's Soyuz flights. More flights than any other rocket. That's the Discovery, that's right. Russian Proton rocket. Launched the Salyut space stations, among a ton of other stuff. Saturn V rocket. Launched the Apollo mission. Largest rocket of the 20th century. Got that replica of the Apollo 11 lander inside too. Let's check these ones over here. The Atlas D rocket was used for part of Project Mercury. It's the rocket that launched craft like Friendship 7 and Aurora 7. That was Friendship 7 we saw inside. Titan 34D rocket. Too early to say, let's just trust that it'll show. Nobody knew. Let's talk to this lady again. I'm not really sure. Run by the Takagawa Group and receive the full support of the International Space Promotion Agency. Takagawa runs this place too. There's very little you can do on Beyond without Takagawa. We don't have Pioneer Venus 1 or 2 either. The only Pioneer we have is Pioneer 10 at the Space Corner. I guess that would have to be it. About a wide range of subjects. Guess you could say you put your mind as well as your body to use. Okay. I'm hurt. I'm genuinely hurt. She's gonna get mad if you keep it up. We'll need to keep a closer eye on Anna in the future with guys like you out there. Sure. Okay. I am confizzled. Genesis Rock. Lunar regolith was once heavily sought after for experiments since there is so little available then. That all changed with the 21st century. People will even go to the trouble of making their own regolith? That's how valuable it was. Yeah, rover, yada yada. What is this thing? Okay, seismometer. Huh. You know when people say that shit. Huh. But I only have kept you alive for 3 days. I don't know. I feel like I've clicked on everything. Model of Beyond. That's what she looks like, alright. The world's one and only cylinder colony. I don't get it. I do not get it. We were just at the Pioneer, though. Huh. I don't know. Hmm. Here we go. Maybe we talk to you a second. Oh, who's these people in the background? You have a question? It's about AMM. AMM gives you an up-close view of the history of mankind's colonization of outer space and the fruits of these labors. We have over 8,000 items on display here. Nice. Some of the larger exhibits had to be temporarily disassembled in order to be brought inside. We will be holding events next month as part of Beyond's 30th anniversary celebrations. That's cool. Okay. Pioneer. Where can we find Pioneer? Pioneer 10 is on display at the space corner. Looks like there's only one Pioneer here. That must be the place. Yep, Pioneer 10. Must be tough being on your feet so long. Guess it's been a good 3 hours or so I've been standing here. Demands they put on you. Alright. So what time do you get off? I'm sorry, but we're not permitted to date. I like that rule. Good to see they enforce it. Probably didn't need to worry about Anna when she was here after. Don't believe I've seen either of them here. Okay, let's walk away. Let's get out of here. Still no one here. Think. Just go to the moon corner. And the beyond corner. Now we'll leave. Okay, none of these were a pioneer. It's discovery. I'm so confused. Well, it's gotta be something with the space corner. Oops. I don't know. Looks like there's somebody up there. Hmm. Hmm. Not really sure. Hmm. I'm gonna blow this joint and become an amphibian. I'll get to travel to home and all over the space. That's interesting. Kids from beyond are the opposite of us. Kids from home want to go to space. Kids from beyond want to see home, I suppose. Come here every day. I don't explore the museum. Sorry, but we've got things to do. Miss those days. Let's leave them be. I think that kid's gonna like show us some shit. Let's move to the space corner now. Nothing. Building is divided into 3 main areas. Beyond Moon, Space Corner. Already been to all the corners. Maybe we missed something. I don't know. I'm very lost. Oh wait, do we talk? Middle school student he's studying. Fossilized coral reef. Father and his son. Just so happens I am. No, on second thought, I guess that couldn't be possible. I'm sorry I brought it up. Well, I think I may be stuck. I missed something. It said something about like another plaque or something, I thought. I think we've seen everything. Doesn't matter like which part of this thing I click on. It's a 12-inch gold-plated copper record containing greetings in nearly 60 languages, animal calls, nature sounds, and a wide variety of music, everything from classical to folk. They also included a cartridge and a stylus for playing it. It's the record that was placed in the Voyager probes. Okay. This is the plaque. I don't see anything that looks like a message. Okay, so it's two people. I can't quite make out what this is saying. Eyes. Eye star. Looks like a bow. This radial diagram shows the location of the sun relative to the 14 pulsars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. With this, you'd be able to locate our solar system from anywhere in the Milky Way. Okay. Shows location of the sun. But apparently this represents the spin flip transition of a hydrogen atom. Gives you certain universal measurements that play into other parts of the plaque. Interesting. Pioneer spacecraft behind the two people. Oh, okay, I did not see that at all. Deduce the size of our species with this. Also tell it shape, the way it would move, and the number of fingers on the hand. Let's see what this is. Shows the 9 planets of the solar system and how the spacecraft came from the 3rd planet. From the star, the distance between the planets are expressed in binary numbers. Okay, I think that's probably... Naked potty. This is what a woman's private. Please don't start this, please. Okay. think that's pretty much everything on this. Aha. Hey, what's that doing here? It's a lunar suit. This is the space. I think there's someone inside. Like an actor for an exhibit? I don't think so. Looks like our date didn't stand us up. You a guy from the phone? Show us your face. Keep your voice down. This is how it's going to go. Just act casual. He won't even let us hear his voice. What took you so long? I expected better from you guys. So you want to talk, Hojo? You know where he is? Alive? One at a time, alright. Okay. I think this is where we're at. We're at a good place to save. We're at an hour. Ah, jeez. That is intense. I knew it was going to be. I thought when we were in the moon area that one of those two, I kept clicking on them thinking he was in one of those. But it kept giving the same thing over and over. So yeah. Okay, so I guess I had to click on the specific things inside the glass. I figured just clicking anywhere on it was going to kind of do that for me. But in any case, that was a good slightly over an hour, I think it is. But yeah, I was hoping we'd be able to at least figure out what we're supposed to do in that museum. It was getting a little tedious, kind of backtracking and everything. So glad that kind of stumbled for maybe 10, 15 or more minutes there trying to figure it out, but got through, and I think we're at a good spot here.